Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. In today's pick a card reading, our topic is, you've been hoping for this, now it's happening. Once you choose your card, you can find the timestamps below, which will take you directly to your reading. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is also linked below. Please remember that's the only way to book any of my services with me. If anyone ever reaches out to you, please know that's not me. All right, our topic is, you've been hoping for this and now it's happening. Can we have a card for pile number 1, please? Can we have a card for pile number 2, please? Can we have a card for pile number 3, please? All right, pile number 1, you have Wide Open and number 42, and you also have the Bloodstone crystal. Pile number 2, you have Field of Dreams, number 21, and you have the Mookaite crystal. Pile number 3, you have Golden Palace, number 23, and you have the Moss Agate. Please take as long as you need choosing your card or cards, and it's perfectly fine to choose more than one. And I'll see you in your readings. Hello, pile number 1. You have the Bloodstone, and your card is Wide Open, and it's number 42. So the first thing that really catches my attention is you have this butterfly right here. So I think that you are so close to some kind of really, really big transformation. And it's like, I feel like this is the effort that you put into something down here. And now you're standing up here, kind of like waiting for your ships to come in, so to speak. So waiting for the results to come in. And I'm feeling like it's going to be such a relief that it's finally happening, because I feel like this is something that you've been waiting for quite some time. Like it's been some time that you've been standing up here looking for opportunities, waiting for opportunities to happen. And if you notice here, you see the fog, right? But do you see how it's clearing? Okay, that's exactly what I'm talking about. The time is opening up for you to meet these opportunities, to, these things that you've been waiting for. Whatever it is, it's getting closer to you. So your goals are getting closer. A vision that you've had is getting closer. And it's going to be such a relief that it's finally happening for you, okay? Because I feel like you've really been waiting for this for a while, and there's something about, I'm feeling like you can like hope for the best, right? But it's like you can hope for something much bigger than what you've already been expecting, because it seems like something could turn out better than what you had initially hoped for or what you had initially expected. All right, let's look at your other cards. What else can you tell us for pile number 1, please? What is happening now for pile number 1 that they've been hoping for? Wow, so we have birth mysteries. What are you being called to create? This is so interesting because something's about to be born. There's some kind of opportunity, some kind of fulfillment, something that you've been working on. Like I said here, it's like you've put in all this effort, you've been hoping, you've been manifesting, you've been dreaming, you've been visualizing the day that it actually happens, and it looks like it is so close to being brought into your life, okay? And I feel like this is something that you've been working on for a while, something you've been hoping will happen for a while, and it just wasn't quite ready yet. Okay, but it's like right here, about to be born, like just right into your life. Something is just waiting to appear in your life. Plunge. Don't hold back. It's time. Go for it. Dive in. Yeah, do you see what I'm saying? And look at these two cards here. So here you have something that's about to be born, right? And then here it says plunge, don't hold back. Go for it. So it's important that you know that this opportunity is very, very close, very close. And when it appears, don't hesitate. Just dive right in, go for it, say yes, be grateful that it's finally here. And I think that you're going to be a little bit surprised with how well things turn out for you. What else can you tell us for pile number 1, please? Is that 3? Okay, you have 3 cards. Okay. Ooh, life purpose. So does this have something to do with your life purpose? Is this your career that you're working on? Are you fulfilling some kind of goal that you've always wanted to fulfill? Because it's happening. So whatever this is that you are about to dive into, it is directly connected to your life purpose. So the actual birth of something, the creation that's going to happen fairly soon, that could be your life purpose. Maybe you're getting the opportunity of a lifetime with your career, or maybe you've always wanted to accomplish a certain goal, and now is the time where you're going to be able to accomplish this. Whatever it is, it's connected to your life purpose. So I feel that you've already planted the seeds for whatever this is, and I feel like it's started to grow, but it hasn't quite taken off yet, whatever it is. And look at this growth that's going to happen. I feel like you're like giving birth to something, you're diving right in, and then all of a sudden it just expands so quickly for you. So I really feel like you've been waiting, and then all of a sudden, whatever this is, it's going to take off. So like I said, it could be a little surprising. That's probably why I said don't be afraid to just dive right in when this opportunity does appear. Ooh, you have prosperity. Oh, I love that for you. And look at that. It looks like money is just falling from the sky. I love that. So this could definitely have to do with your work. I'm going to move these over a little bit because we have an extra card here. So yeah, this could have something to do with your work. It could have something to do with a project taking off. Maybe you're getting a raise, a promotion. Maybe you're getting a new job. Maybe you've changed careers. Maybe you're trying to break into an industry. Maybe you've had a hobby and you've always hoped, maybe one day I can actually make money doing this. Whatever it is that you're doing, money's definitely connected to it, which this makes sense because I truly believe that if you're pursuing your life purpose, the money will follow. And, the universe will provide for you. And I feel, especially with wide open, the universe is providing for you. And your pathway is finally being cleared. That's why the clouds, the fog here, it's dissipating. And you can see clearly here. Whereas before, things were kind of foggy and you couldn't quite see like your vision. Especially like, look at this card. Now imagine if everything on this card was like this darker pink color, right? And then all of a sudden the fog starts to clear and you can see your vision coming to life. And so that's what I'm seeing happening here. So if you have any reservations about, like, let's say you have this idea and you're wondering, well, I have this hobby, I would really love to make money doing this. Or maybe you have a certain skill and you haven't made money doing that yet. What I'm seeing with the prosperity card is that you're going to see opportunities. The universe is going to provide finances. The universe is going to bring in finances for you so that you can pursue this. And then we have healing. This healing card makes a lot of sense to me because I feel like you've been waiting over here for so long that you were possibly thinking about giving up on this whole idea. Okay. But Spirit is saying, no, don't do that. Okay. And look at this card. Keep visualizing, keep manifesting, because it's going to happen for you. Okay. So keep the faith. Just know that, yes, it has taken a little while, especially with birth mysteries here. This did not happen overnight. Things took a little while to develop before they were brought to you. And so I feel that when you are able to dive in and really see that things are changing, things are taking place for you, you're going to feel a sense of relief. You're going to feel like you can breathe again. Things are going to get easier for you. And then you can move on from this kind of, I don't know if stuck or stagnant are the right words, because that doesn't line up with where you're going. But I feel that in certain times and on certain days you did feel stuck, you felt stagnant, you felt like you were waiting forever, and that maybe this wasn't going to happen. But Spirit says, no, it's on its way to you. And nothing can stop your life purpose from happening. The only thing that could stop that would be yourself. And I'm not seeing that you want to stop it. What else can you tell us for pile number 1, please? The World. Yes, this makes a lot of sense, especially with what I've already been telling you. So look at this little tree here, this plant, whatever you want to call it, and then look at the tree here. So I'm getting a couple things here. First of all, if this was your original plan here, you can dream much bigger, because this is what it's going to equate to, okay? Same here. So if this is what your original goal was, this is what you can dream of, because it's going to be bigger than what you initially thought. And I feel also, so okay, I'm getting even more things here. It's interesting that there's a child here, and the older person here is holding the child's hand, because you have the child here. So something is absolutely about to come into your life. The other thing with this card is I'm seeing it another way, where this could be you here as the child, and this is the universe holding your hand saying, get ready to dive right in, because once it happens, something's going to take off for you, and it's going to grow rather quickly right in front of your eyes. And then before you know it, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And you're going to be very successful with whatever this is. Now, the other thing with the World card, this means that the time is here. There's a new chapter in your life. You're transitioning, you're transforming into a new phase in your life. So get ready. What you've been waiting for, it's about to happen. The Queen of Swords. Yes. So remember here, how I told you the clouds, the fog, whatever you want to call it, is kind of dissipating. And look here. Do you see the clouds down here? So that's what I'm saying. Whatever this is here, it's your vision is coming to fruition. What you have been speaking into the universe is finally, the universe is working with you. I think I said that earlier with this card here. And look at, you have this little fairy down here who is helping you along, okay? So this is also a great time for you to continue to manifest, for you to start manifesting even bigger than what you were manifesting before. Communication. So I feel that communication is opening with other people, places, and things, in the sense that, if you need to communicate with a person, people are going to be very receptive to what you have to say. They're going to like what you are presenting, things like that. And then also, it's a great time to ask the universe for assistance in bringing these things closer to you, because the universe, your spirit guides, it's all conspiring together to bring you exactly what you've been waiting for. And then we have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, this is prime time for things to happen. So your creativity is going to increase. Your manifestation powers are going to increase. I feel that you are more than ready. So if you've been preparing for something, if you've been brushing up your skills, or if you've been putting in a lot of effort into something, trying to get something to take off, trying to get noticed, whatever it is, you're getting noticed. Look at this fire burning here, okay? And I feel also that once you dive right in here, and once you see growth starting to happen around you, you're going to be even more dedicated to whatever this is that you're doing than you were before. And I see that you're already dedicated to it. I do feel though on some days you may have been wavering back and forth, like, should I give up on this? Should I keep going? This is taking too long. Maybe it's not meant to be. But you still had this instinct, you had your intuition and this drive, this power that kept you going, because this is somehow connected to your life purpose. I love this for you. So the Magician card, this is, you know, a card of manifestation. This is a card of seeing things happen right before your eyes, things that you've been waiting for. And I really feel like you've been preparing for this for a while. And for some of you, it's been so long that you've been preparing for this and it hasn't quite happened yet. You may have seen certain little things kind of trickling in. You may have noticed certain things kind of changing. But then for some of you, things might have stalled and you're like, well, wait a minute, I thought I was on the right path. What's going on? Why hasn't it really kind of blown up yet? Why hasn't it happened? Why haven't I had my big break yet? And that's just kind of a timing thing. Maybe there was something else that you needed to research or learn or something like that. But, you know, ultimately, even if you did have those days or those weeks, or maybe it was a month or two, you were still connected to your passion for whatever this is. And you kept going and you kept listening to your intuition and you kept pushing forward. And that's exactly why the universe is going to reward you. The Ace of Swords. I feel like you're getting some sort of communication or insight, some kind of breakthrough is happening here. And look at, can you see that? There's a bunch of butterflies on this sword here. You can see that. So yeah, things are, I mean, you started with one butterfly here, okay? And now you have a lot on this card. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 8 butterflies on this card. So yeah, and it's right below the prosperity card. I feel like there's one thing after another that's happening for you. Like maybe you have one opportunity and then that opportunity sparks 2, 3, 4, 5 more opportunities. This could be word of mouth. It could be like if you're selling something, maybe your sales start taking off. If you're looking for a new job, you get multiple job offers or multiple, you know, interviews. If you're trying to get noticed for a talent, a skill, something like that, I feel like you're getting a lot of attention for something that you've been working on. Your ideas are getting noticed. You're getting noticed. What you're putting out into the universe, it's all getting noticed. The Wheel. Yeah, your fortune is changing. Okay, this time of waiting and waiting and waiting, it's over. It's almost over for you. Like if you look here, how here you're standing on top of this little mountain here, right? And this person has their arms back like, okay, I'm ready. Where are you? And that's when the clouds start to dissipate. And then look at this Wheel of Fortune card. Again, standing on a platform here, but this time there's a sense of victory. It's like, ah, finally. And you're winning here. You know, the Wheel of Fortune, just the corner of it is touching the prosperity card here. So absolutely, I feel that money For some of you, you could have some kind of windfall that comes in where all of a sudden your finances increase drastically very, very quickly. And I feel for others of you, it kind of trickles in at first. And then you have like this windfall where it's like, oh my gosh, everything just came together. And maybe you had like a big sale, or maybe you got hired for a job for your creative skill or something like that. And there's, you know, a huge salary or commission connected to that. So that's just the beginning though. It's not going to end there. Okay. You are on an up cycle here where things are absolutely shifting for you. We have the Two of Cups. See, this is what I was talking about. I don't remember exactly where it was, but I was saying that people, places, and things are about to come into your life. You're in alignment, or you're about to be in alignment with something that you've been waiting for. Okay. And you see here how this person is holding this person's hand. Your energies are aligning with the other half, the other part of whatever it is that you've been waiting for. So it's like perhaps you could have accepted an opportunity before, and maybe you did, and you know, it was okay. It got you by, it got you through the months that you were waiting for this. But what's coming in now is the start of something that's going to be long-term. And the energies of you and the energies of what's coming into your life are equal, they match, and it's very much going to elevate you. Wow. So here you have the Ten of Cups. So I'm seeing a lot of abundance as far as emotional abundance. I feel that you are going to be so grateful that you just like want to thank the universe endlessly for, I'm hearing like a sigh of relief, for like there's a sense of emotional just relief, like it's finally here. Like all that hard work, all that effort I put into something, it wasn't just a waste of my time. And I see you also looking back at all the hard work you put into something and say, okay, it was worth it. I'm so glad that I didn't give up. I'm so glad that the universe helped me get to exactly where I'm supposed to be. And, you know, you're really going to be living your life purpose. So when you're living your life purpose, I see you experiencing abundance in all areas of your life. Financial abundance, emotional abundance, the environment that you're in feels very, very comfortable, very fruitful. And yeah, there's just a great sense of gratitude and also a great sense of healing as well. Especially with this Ten of Cups, how they're actually standing in water. So there's maybe your finances are going to be healing, which would then heal your body, your mental health, your physical health, because you wouldn't have to worry about finances, right? So you could sleep better, maybe you could possibly be eating better, and you just don't have that anxiety of like, when is this going to happen, that is putting stress on your body. So I feel that this healing that you have on this card here is coming in multiple areas of your life. It's, you know, like I said, it's healing physical, mental, financial, but it's also like healing that part of you that at times wanted to give up. So it's healing that as well. The Two of Pentacles. Yeah. So this really goes along with what I was saying about healing, this like great abundance in everything that's coming in for you. There's great balance. And also what I'm seeing with the Two of Pentacles is that at first, for some of you, you might get this opportunity. You're going to get an opportunity, but I'm saying for some of you dive in and it's like, so it happens so fast, so quickly, where it kind of blows up overnight, and it could feel a little bit overwhelming at first. Just know that it's not always going to be that kind of frantic where it's like, oh my gosh, all of a sudden overnight, my sales are blowing up. I have, all these orders. I wasn't expecting it. Or all of a sudden I have all these job opportunities. I don't even know which one to look at seriously because it's just too much all at once. Whatever it is for you, it's gonna smooth out. It's gonna settle down. And then for others of you, things are going to kind of trickle in a little bit at a time, and then it's going to take off. So even in that sense, it's the same thing where things are going to balance out, and everything that you've been waiting for, it appears like right in front of you. And also finances, okay, it's going to balance out. And this isn't it. I think I said this earlier. This is just the beginning for you, okay? The 9 of Wands. Very interesting card. Very interesting. You know what I feel with this card? I feel for some of you, you had like a false start with something where you thought you had like the green light to go ahead with something. And then there was like a stop. Something was like, nope, hold on, not time yet. And that could be why I was feeling like some of you wanted to give up on some days, but then it's kind of like the next day after the day that you wanted to give up, you were like, oh, it's going to work out. And then you kept pushing forward. So I feel like that's happened for some of you. I feel another thing this card here is saying is that you are so close. This would not be the time to give up because you're so close to manifesting exactly what you've been working so hard for. So keep going. Don't give up. Just know that your time is absolutely coming very, very soon. Yeah, so here we have the Temperance card. Look at how happy this person is. Very happy. I don't know if you can make out the face on this person, but they're very, very happy. So you do have some sort of victory here. And again, there's a lot of balance that's happening here. Like you have the 2 of Pentacles, you have the 2 of Cups, the Temperance card. Your energy is being matched by the universe and by people, places, and things that are coming into your life. And there's also something here about, there could be, I feel like this could spark a new idea that you have. So it's not coming through much clearer than that, probably because it's going to be different for different people watching this. But what I'm seeing is that once you have this big breakthrough, it's kind of like then you see something that you couldn't see before, and you're seeing opportunities in places that perhaps before you didn't see them. Or it could even be that you're getting, financial prosperity here. You're getting this abundance financially. And then once you have that, then you can expand on your original idea. If you see this prosperity, Ace of Swords, and Temperance here, and then you can start, once you get a handle on this initial situation, then you can start focusing and thinking about expanding even beyond that. And then we have the King of Wands. Wow, this is powerful. Very, very powerful. And look at all the crystals here. And then it's right below your healing card. You're on the brink of a huge, huge transformation. Look here, which I said was your very first card, remember? And look here, this is like a bag down here, and it's open, and there are like vessels coming out of the bag. So I feel that there's something here connected to the Temperance card when I said that there's like an opportunity that you didn't think of yet, something. So either you haven't thought of it yet, or you've thought of it, but like I said, perhaps you don't have the financial backing and you can't pursue the second part of your plan until you have enough money saved up, or until you have an investor or something like that. So that's one possibility. The other possibility is that you don't even know this other idea exists yet, but once you get into this situation, there's like a new road or a new opportunity or a new idea that comes alive, and you're saying like, oh wow, I can do that too. And that's exactly why with your very first card here, I said dream big. It's okay to think and start manifesting even more, okay? Because I feel like you're gonna have an idea that's you're gonna see like, oh my gosh, that is the perfect idea. And not only am I doing this initial idea here, but now I can pursue this as well. So it's like expanding upon your initial idea. And that initial idea is very, very successful. But then you have another idea that takes that success to a whole new level. And that is what I'm seeing. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, pile number 2. You have the Mookaite Jasper, and your card is Field of Dreams and number 21. And also, can you see this? So these are little eggs down here that are about to crack open. I think that this one actually is cracking open here. This one looks like it's cracking open. And also, number 21 corresponds to the World card in the tarot deck. So I feel that something is literally cracking open for you. I feel that an opportunity is literally just about to knock on your door. I feel that you have this new beginning that's coming into your life. So what you've been hoping for, now it's happening. That's the title of this reading, and that's what I'm seeing here. It's happening, okay? It's, I feel that you've been in the planning stages of something, and I feel that you're about to launch something or you're about to get an opportunity. So I do feel like it's in the beginning stages of something. So for some of you, you could be on the verge of planning something, and then very quickly you're going to see some of those plans start to take shape. And then for others of you, you've been working on this for a little while, and you're about to see kind of like a major breakthrough. So some of you also may have been brainstorming and trying to think of something, like let's say you want to change careers or something like that, and you've been brainstorming, trying to think of, you know, what could I do or how could I make this happen? And in your case, I'm seeing like there's a breakthrough with an idea, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's how I could do that. That's how I could make that happen. So yeah, I feel like you're planting the seeds and it's going to grow into abundance, and your hard work is going to pay off for you. And I feel like your hard work is going to be matched too. So whatever you're putting out into the universe is going to, you know, match that and say, well, here's opportunities that you've been looking for. And so I feel like this is all, you know, happening very, very quickly for you, because like I said, some of these eggs are already breaking open. What else can you tell us? I feel like these cards want to come out. The waterfall, inner power, unbridled confidence, and claiming your place. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because you're claiming your place. You have power and you have confidence, and if you don't, you should, because things are shifting for you. Things are falling into place. And I feel with the waterfall that you're going to be like showered with opportunities. You're going to be showered with recognition, with praise, with possibly abundance. Yeah, there's something about being recognized for your hard work, being recognized for something that you've been working on for quite some time. Yeah, we have stagnant waters, feeling stuck, a call for shifts, flow, and change. So I feel that this could be how you've been feeling. You've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and it hasn't happened yet. And Spirit says you don't have to wait much longer, because it is so close. so close to happening. So I feel that you should be ready for change, be ready for a new chapter in your life, because things are shifting, things are coming into your life. And so, yeah, I'm seeing you also, if you've been feeling like maybe this idea that you have, whatever you've been hoping for, if you've been feeling like this might not happen, I feel that there's a sense of healing coming in with this waterfall, where there's a new opportunity or there's a breakthrough, something like that, that's going to cleanse all of that stagnant energy right out of your life, because you're actually going to physically see things starting to change around you very, very soon. What else can you tell us for pile number 2? I feel like those two want to come out. Ooh, we have talent. So do you have some kind of talent that you've been hoping to get recognized for, or you've always wanted to pursue a talent that you have? Spirit says that there's literally going to be a breakthrough with something that you're talented about, something you have passion about. Some of you, I feel, are very, very intuitive. And you should use that intuition to recognize opportunities that are coming in for you. So the talent, this can mean something literally artistic. This can also mean that you have a skill. You have some kind of marketable talent or skill that can get you that job that you've always wanted. You could be transitioning into a new career, and you have a certain skill set that employers are going to really like recognize and see that you are a valuable person that would really help them in their company, you know, something like that, where they're going to want to work with you. Okay. So talent doesn't necessarily have to mean, you know, like singer, musician, artist, anything like that. This can also be a skill that you have that's going to finally be recognized. Someone's going to notice you. So no matter what the talent means to you, your big breakthrough is coming. Oh my gosh, you have life purpose. This is in pile number 1 also. Wow. Wow. I feel some of you have been working so hard with some talent that you have, and you feel like it's your life purpose, but somehow it's felt like things haven't shifted yet. And some of you may have felt like you want to give up, even though you feel like, well, I mean, I really feel in my heart that this is my life purpose, but nothing has happened yet. So like, I feel like your confidence has wavered, especially if you have some kind of talent. Your confidence may have wavered because you haven't been noticed yet. You haven't been picked up yet. You haven't been signed yet. You haven't, you know, gotten that big contract or whatever it is yet. Okay. It's happening. Okay. And then others of you, I feel that, you know, if you have like a skill, if you've been trying to, you know, break into a new industry or something like that, or you've been waiting for an opportunity to start something on your own or whatever it is, I feel that with the stagnancy, there's a sense of kind of like, for some of you, I'm feeling being kind of angry, like, did I miss an opportunity, or why am I not, like, this is my life purpose and I'm really skilled at this. Why isn't it happening yet? And it's just because things hadn't fully lined up yet. I feel some of you are being saved from basically a waste of time. Some of you saw an opportunity that you thought was going to be great, and then it kind of passed you by and you were feeling a little bit angry, like, well, why did it happen like that? Well, it was saving you a headache. Okay. It wouldn't have been a huge big deal. It would have just been kind of a waste of time and a headache. But these new opportunities that are coming in, they're unstoppable. Like, you can't stop them from coming into your life. Okay. And when they do, it's going to be very, very healing for you. And you're going to feel like, okay, now I get it. Now I see what's, I see that I wasn't just wasting my time trying to make something happen. It's actually happening finally. What else can you tell us for pile number 2, please? Pile number 2. The Four of Wands. So you're building something. You're building something very, very strong, something that's going to last a very long time. And you're kind of creating something, like sculpting something that you've always wanted. So there's something about an opportunity where it's like it's lining up with your exact vision for how you wanted to see things turn out. And I feel that another thing this Four of Wands is saying is that you can really kind of, how do I say this? Like pave your way in a place that you haven't been yet somehow. I don't know if that's making sense to anybody out there, but it's kind of like you're kind of doing things your way. It's like, well, I want things to look exactly like this. And then that's exactly what you get. So again, if you're manifesting, be very, very, very specific, because I'm seeing like very specific, like if you had a list of what you were looking for, I see like this list, like you're hitting everything. Okay. Yeah. So like when I say that, I mean, like, for instance, if you're looking for a new job opportunity and you have a list of like 10 things that you want with this new employer, it's like you're getting all of those 10 things. That's what I'm seeing here with this Four of Wands. And then we have the Fates. Oh, this is interesting. So this is the Wheel of Fortune. So this vision that you have, it's like incomplete right now. There's certain pieces that are missing. Certain things. So for those of you where it was taking a minute for this to happen, it's because certain things weren't lined up yet. Certain pieces of the idea that you had needed to fall away and be replaced by other things. So remember a few minutes ago when I mentioned that I feel some of you feel like you had a missed opportunity where you thought you had something and then it kind of slipped through your fingers. And I said that there was something about that that would have been just a big headache. And, it wouldn't have been the end of the world, but it would have kind of basically stalled things until the point that you're at right now. Okay, so if you would have accepted a prior opportunity, you would still be here right now looking for the next opportunity, manifesting the next thing, because there was something that just wasn't quite right about a prior experience. And some of you maybe actually went through that and you're like, well, that was a waste of time. Well, don't worry. It's okay. You didn't miss out on anything. Your dream is still like right here. Okay. The King of Swords. Yeah. So with the King of Swords, this is a great time, great time to be very specific with what you want. Have that inner power and that confidence that we talked about with the waterfall, and claim your place. The King of Swords is very, very confident. The King of Swords is not afraid to ask for what he wants. And look at this, how he's actually writing something in this book. And then the sword here, like, okay, I know exactly what I want and I'm going to get it. And you know what I'm seeing for some of you? I'm seeing like a stage. I don't know. I saw this King of Swords and then I looked up at the talent card and I saw somebody being on stage. Like this is literally like a movie set or like a live production or something like that. And it's like a live performance. So some of you who are in that field, I feel like you're getting an opportunity where you're going to get noticed so you're getting an opportunity, and this is the opportunity right here, but that opportunity is getting you noticed by someone else that can offer you the next opportunity or something like that. So that can be literal for some of you. And for others of you, I feel like it could be metaphorical, where let's say you get a new job, and then once you're, you get settled into this new job, then there's an advancement opportunity where you could get a promotion and you're kind of rising up the ranks. Okay, so yeah, very interesting with the King of Swords. The Seven of Swords. Okay, so with the Seven of Swords, what I'm feeling here is that some of you feel like your true potential wasn't seen. And also I feel that some of you feel like time is getting away from you. Yeah, there's something about time here. You feel like time is running out. Some of you feel like time is running out because of finances. I feel also the Seven of Swords could be pointing to what I said earlier, where had you stepped into this other opportunity, it would have been a waste of time. It would have been a headache. And some of you actually did step into that. And you're like, oh, well, that's not what I was hoping for, right? But what you are hoping for is about to manifest in your life. So if you did step into a situation that just was presented to you differently and turned out to be something completely different, have no fear. A new opportunity that has real potential, that is exactly what you've been manifesting, that's going to be presented to you very quickly. So we have the King of Cups. Yeah, there's a great sense of fulfillment. Also, there's something about your intuition, and you're going to feel that this new opportunity, that this is right, that things are coming together for you, and that you can truly believe in this new opportunity. There's a great sense of balance, and I feel that you're also leaving something behind. Something that wasn't working for you, or something that seemed like it was falling apart. I feel like that has to do with the stagnancy here, the stagnant waters, and also the Seven of Swords. I feel, oh, okay. So I feel that these three cards, stagnant water, Seven of Swords, and then the King of Cups, it's like you're leading into the King of Cups. I feel for some of you, what you're leaving behind is a lack of confidence, because it took you a little bit of time to get here. So you were feeling less confident. You were feeling like, well, maybe I should just give up. You were feeling kind of stuck. You were feeling probably depressed, anxious, any number of these different, states of being. And that's what you're leaving behind. You are claiming your place. Okay, which is what it says with the waterfall card. Because here, the King of Swords, it's like, okay, I'm manifesting and I'm creating, I'm visualizing something, I'm bringing something to life, I'm going through this transformative process. And then here with the King of Cups, I feel you're leaving behind the Seven of Swords, which could be false opportunities or false beliefs in yourself. Okay, this could be imposter syndrome, where it took you so long to get to where you want to go. You started to question your talent, you started to question your life purpose. But what the King of Cups is doing here with this cup, the King of Cups is claiming his place. Okay, the King of Cups is claiming what they've been working so hard for. Yeah, so here you have the Eight of Wands. So it's like the universe is here saying, hey, grab my hand. I've got you. Let's go. There's this new opportunity. And here, remember, the eggs are breaking open. So we're literally seeing right here that the stagnancy that you've been feeling is on its way out with this Eight of Wands. And then things are going to shift very, very quickly for you. The Eight of Wands could definitely indicate less than a month. Okay, now time is always very, very tricky. So, just take that for what it is. But I feel that there's some sort of hope. There's a spark. You see the crack starting to happen with the egg here, where maybe it's not completely born yet, but you're seeing that crack starting to take place over the next month. And this is a timeless reading, so whenever you're watching this. Yeah, see? And then what do you have? After this shift happens, you have the Nine of Pentacles. So didn't I talk about some of you feel like money could be running out? You're going to be fine financially. You just need to get through this. It's a tricky time right now. You have the Seven of Swords. So it's a tricky time for everything right now. It's a tricky time for your emotions. It's a tricky time for you to stay passionate about your talent, about your skills, about your life purpose. Because you feel kind of like, for some of you, you feel like you're in between a rock and a hard place. Like you feel like you have to move, but you can't move because you feel kind of stuck. You feel like, I don't know, I can't give up on my talent and my life purpose, but at the same time, I can't stay here waiting for whatever it is to happen, okay? So yeah, this shift happens pretty quickly, and then you have the Nine of Pentacles. So finances are going to come in for you. You have such great success here. And this Nine of Pentacles is a very abundant card. So you have emotional success, you have recognition, you have financial success, prosperity, abundance. There's also a great sense of grounding here. There's a sense of going from the Four of Wands, which was you kind of carving out your niche or carving out your place in an industry or something like that. So you go from that to the Nine of Pentacles, which is great success and their celebration with this card. And yeah, it's just like recognition and a sense of accomplishment. And also what you have back now, what you were missing with the Seven of Swords is inner power, confidence, and you've claimed your place here. So that's very interesting. Okay, the Lover's card. Ooh, interesting. Very interesting. So things are coming together for you with the Lover's card, especially how it comes after the Nine of Pentacles. So there's a great opportunity that's coming in for you. With this Lover's card, I feel that you're entering a new phase where all this time that you've sacrificed, the blood, sweat, and tears that you've put into something is starting to pay off. Also, this is a very, very important time for you to listen to your intuition, because I feel like you're going to be getting signs from the universe about something. So like, for instance, if you have multiple opportunities coming in for you, but you can only choose one option, listen to your intuition, because there's going to be signs about which opportunity to pursue. But I feel like you could be signing a contract with someone regarding something. So a new job opportunity, if you have a talent where you sign contracts for something. So let's say if you're an artist and you have like an exhibit for your artwork or something like that, you could be signing a contract for that. If you're like an actor or an actress, you could be signing a contract for a production. You could be signing a contract for a new job. You could be signing a contract for a new place to live, something like that. So I feel there's some kind of partnership that's going to be happening soon. And it's kind of with that progression here where I see the eggs breaking. So in the beginning, you're seeing progress, but the entire vision is not actualized yet. But if you see here, when things start really happening for you and things start shifting, and it's like the universe is like, hey, grab onto my hand, I've got you, right? And then you see a level of success. But then it's like after that, when this new partnership happens, which I feel is going to bring you even more abundance and more success and more confidence, and you're really truly starting to claim your place with where you're supposed to be. So we have the Ten of Wands. This is actually a really good card to have in your particular reading right here, because what this is telling me is that the hard times, the struggle, the anxiety, all of that is coming to an end. And Spirit says, don't give up now. Okay, this is not the time to give up, because you are so close. You're so, so close. So hold the vision, keep moving forward, keep pushing, keep, grinding, whatever it is that you have to do. Don't give up now. It's going to get much easier for you. You're still going to have to work hard, and certain days are going to be difficult, but it's going to be a different type of difficult, right? It's going to be like, oh, well, it was difficult today because I had so many opportunities and I had so much that I had to do, but it's not going to be difficult because you're waiting for those opportunities. And I'm not saying that every day is going to be a struggle. I'm just saying that, some days, yeah, of course you're going to have a struggle. But this struggle, like, do you see here? There's actually a skeleton right next to this person. And then there's a mirror here. So it's like you were looking at your goal and some of you wanted to give up. That's why you have the skeleton here. And Spirit is saying, no. Don't give up. Keep going. The Emperor, oh my gosh, these cards are so powerful. So the Emperor, don't give up. You know why? Because if you gave up right here, you wouldn't have the Emperor card. And the Emperor is all about building an empire, which we saw here at the Four of Wands. Remember I was talking about how you're building something, you're carving something, you're like creating something that's yours. It's your particular vision. It's something that only you can do. Okay, so you're putting your spin on something, you're creating something, and you have this great vision. You've always had this vision. I feel like this talent, this skill could be something that you've always had in your life, and you're just now really, truly developing it. And the other thing here, you have the Seven of Swords here, which, like, I remember I said imposter syndrome, and that's like where you feel like, well, maybe I'm not worthy of this. Maybe I don't have the talent that I thought I had, things like that. The Emperor does not feel that way. Okay. And so you're gaining your confidence back. You're saying, oh, okay, yeah, I was right. I'm following my passion, my life purpose. And now I have confidence because I've seen things start to shift and start to change. And then we have the Five of Swords. So with the Five of Swords, what I feel is that you're not going to give up. Spirit says, don't give up. You can handle this. Things are going to shift for you, and you're going to conquer anything that was standing in your way. Okay. Anything that was standing in your way, especially your fears, especially your anxiety, especially, communication with other people. So other people may have said something to you where you couldn't advance forward because somebody didn't give you an opportunity or somebody didn't listen to you. Communication could have gone haywire for some of you. None of that matters because you are conquering everything that was a deterrent, everything that was stagnant. That is all clearing for you. And things are shifting for you. The Ace of Pentacles, yeah, I feel that, and this is what I felt throughout this whole reading, that there's something about new career or getting a breakthrough with a skill or a talent that you have, and it's really opening this new, literally this new world, this new chapter, new book, whatever you want to call it, for you. And it's interesting here because remember I talked about how the eggs are breaking open in your very first card. And then look at this. So this person is standing on top of some kind of vegetation that I feel has just sprouted, just like the eggs are just breaking open here. And this opportunity is going to lift you higher. You're going to be recognized. And it's like, I'm telling you, this is like your big breakthrough for whatever it is that you have going on. If you have a special talent, if you're trying to break into a new career, you're trying to turn a hobby into a career. I feel that this is definitely related to something like that. It's definitely your life purpose. You're going to be very, very successful, and this breakthrough that you've been waiting for, it's happening. And that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, pile number 3. You have the Moss Agate, and your card is Golden Palace, and it's number 23. So the first thing that I am getting from this card is that it's very important that you listen to your intuition right now, because I feel like new opportunities are coming in for you. Your hard work is paying off. I feel like there's something that you've been working on where you're finally starting to see results from all of this hard work. So I'm feeling like there's fulfillment, there's material gain, there is abundance, prosperity. All of these things are starting to come into your vision. So, yeah, it seems like, you know what I feel like, where if you're like sculpting something and you're like chipping away and chipping away and chipping away, and you don't really see like the vision at first, and then all of a sudden you chip away just enough where your vision is like coming to life. And I feel that metaphorically that's what's happening with you. It's like, I feel that there's something you've been working on for a while that is starting to take shape, and you're going to really see some pretty important results coming in for you. Like things are paying off for you. Okay, finally. Okay, let's look at your other cards. What else can you tell us for pile number 3, please? What does pile number 3 need to know? What they've been hoping for is happening. Immerse yourself, training, learning, new hobbies and passions. Yeah. You've been working on something, you've immersed yourself in something, and all of that hard work is about to pay off. Like I said, this vision that you've had for something, it's finally coming to fruition. You're finally starting to see all that hard work pay off. And it's like, I feel like you've been training for something for a long time. I feel there's a lot of learning going on here, so there could be trial and error. Maybe you had to figure things out. Maybe, you know, certain things you had to, you know, work through different things. You had to figure out, I don't know, there's something here where you had to figure something out. Something wasn't like done for you. It's like you had to figure out how to do it yourself. And believe me, you're going to be rewarded for all of that hard work that you put into something. That, what you did, what you've accomplished, it has not gone unnoticed, okay? Atlantis, keep the big vision, stay in alignment as you grow. Yeah, and that's exactly it. There is huge growth here, huge growth. Keep the big vision. This is what you want over here. All of the prosperity, abundance, the wealth, the material gain that I felt with this card, keep that vision, because I'm telling you, your hard work is going to pay off, okay? You didn't go through all of this to not reach this, okay? Yeah, just stay grounded. So literally, I feel what you've been hoping for is to see some progress, to get closer and closer to this right here. And I'm feeling like that's absolutely happening for you. What else can you tell us for pile number 3, please? Pile number 3. I feel like these 2 cards want to come out. Blessings. And isn't that what we have here? All of these blessings, okay? So abundance, material gain, blessings are coming into your life. And I feel also what's coming with this material gain is emotional fulfillment, emotional, like I'm seeing like a sigh of relief. I'm seeing like, oh my gosh, my hard work is paying off. Like it's finally coming to fruition. I can finally rest for a minute. I can take a break for a minute, but not too long because you have more that you want to accomplish. So I see you just like kind of taking a sigh of relief, and it's like you held strong, you held sturdy through any difficulties that you were going through as you tried to get to these blessings, as you were trying to get to this abundance. And Spirit is saying, keep going. It's going to pay off. And also it's going to get easier, because with this card here, training, learning, I feel like you may have had to figure things out along the way. And I truly feel like this is something that you've done kind of on your own, where you haven't had a lot of help, you haven't had a lot of assistance, things like that. And so that climb to the top was probably more difficult for you, but I can tell you, when you get to the top, you're going to feel so fulfilled, because it's kind of like, wow, I did this on my own and look at what I've accomplished. And, you know, when I say you did this alone, I don't mean like you didn't have anybody there to help you, or you didn't have, you know, this or that, but it's truly like you took on something that a lot of other people might not have, because they would have been too afraid, or they would have been like, oh, that's too difficult, or whatever it may be. But you set your sights high and you're reaching high. Okay, like you're achieving high. All right, and then we have beauty. So yeah, you have blessings, you have beauty, you have abundance here, you have prosperity, material gain. And so I feel that what's happening here is you're going from a place of grit and grime and putting in all this hard work. Like, I'm like seeing someone metaphorically here, like tilling the soil and like removing soil with like your fingers, right? Because it's showing like the hard work that you've put into something. And what is going to be your reward? Exactly what you've been hoping to see. So it's going to be a beautiful unfolding of blessings in your life. That's what is happening now for you. What else can you tell us for pile number 3, please? Pile number 3. The Knight of Cups. Yeah, absolutely. You're pursuing something that's in your heart. You're pursuing something, it's like some kind of passion that you have, and nothing's getting in your way. Okay, with the Knight of Cups, I feel like you, well, do you see that here? Okay, training, learning, new hobbies, passion, and then you have the Knight of Cups. So some of you discovered a new passion that you have. Some of you have decided to finally pursue your passion that you've had for a long time, and you're being rewarded for that. I feel that you have so much excitement and so much passion for something, and you decided to develop a skill or a talent that you have, an idea that you have. You've been working on it, you've been developing it, you've been thinking about it, you've been, you know, creating, manifesting, things like that. And you're getting closer and closer and closer. And it's like, it's now when things are going to start to really, really open up for you regarding whatever this is that you have great passion for. So you have the Six of Pentacles. So with the Six of Pentacles, I feel what's happening is there's some kind of shift, okay? There's kind of recognition. There is like more balance that's coming in. Something is shifting here, whereas before you were in like the planning phase and the training phase and the researching phase, and I feel like now you've been moving forward. Okay, with the Knight of Cups, there's movement, whereas before here you were immersing yourself in some kind of idea that was leading you toward these beautiful blessings, okay, this great prosperity. Well, now I feel that things are starting to pay off. I feel that finances starting to trickle in. You're on your way to this right here. This card here, this is abundance. Okay, this is great prosperity here. But with the Six of Pentacles, you do have material gain that's coming in for you. So it's like a slow moving process, especially because these two, the Cups and the Pentacles, are the two slower moving suits in the deck. But that doesn't mean that it's going to take forever, right? We'll see more about what we have going on here. But it's also showing me how much hard work you've put into it up until this point. And now you're starting to see results for that hard work that did take you a long time. So we have the Star card. Yeah, I really feel like you are what you've been hoping for. It's some dream that you have. It's a goal that you have, but it's more than a goal. It's some kind of dream. It's where some of you really took a chance. Some of you really had to trust in the universe as you pursued whatever this is. And because I feel like you're dreaming big, like your vision, your visualization for whatever this is, it's huge. And you're moving toward that. Like now you're starting to see movement. Whereas before you weren't stagnant, but you were almost like sitting still because you were working on it. You were developing things. And now things are shifting into going from development and planning to let's go forward with this. Let's implement things. Yeah, see the 10 of Wands. I feel like, for some of you, I feel like you're like creating a company, something like that, creating a business, or you have like a side hustle, a passion that you've been really trying to get off the ground. And I feel like you have been working so hard. Like, remember with this card, I saw you kind of like tilling the soil. I saw you like removing soil with like your hands, like getting in there and getting dirty and putting in this incredible hard work. That's what I see here. This is paying off. So if you've been hoping to see progress from this and getting closer to your dream here, you're on the right path. It's actually starting to happen for you now. So we have the Six of Swords. Yeah. So I feel that what's happening with the Six of Swords, especially because this is coming after the 10 of Wands. So let me back up for a minute. The 10 of Wands means that a struggle is coming to an end. It also means like, don't give up. You're very close. So keep going. I'm also hearing that things are going to get easier for you once you get over like this, like once you get on the other side of this mountain that you've been climbing, things are going to get easier for you. And so with the Six of Swords, especially this Six of Swords, because do you see the leaves falling here? So I feel like you're moving into a new season. You're moving into a new phase of whatever this is that you've been working on. So maybe you've been hoping that things are going to get easier for you as you keep progressing towards your ultimate goal over here. And that's exactly what I see. Things are going to get easier for you. Keep listening to your intuition. Your intuition is going to help guide you. And you're getting closer and closer. Do you see the stars here on this card? Well, that is telling me that you're getting closer and closer to this star card here, which is your dream, your vision, your goal. The Three of Cups. Yeah, so you definitely have a celebration that's coming in very soon for you. I feel with the Three of Cups and the Six of Swords. So it could be when the season changes, and this is a timeless reading, so it can be, you know, whenever the next season is changing. So for some of you, that could be literal. And then for others of you, it's more metaphorical, like you're going into a new season, you're going into a new phase of this idea where, well, either way, you're going to be celebrating something. You're hitting some kind of milestone. You're hitting some kind of goal. So that can really be a lot of different things. Maybe the milestone is that you're finally ready to launch something and take something public. Okay, maybe you're starting a business, or you have a side hustle, or maybe you're moving somewhere. Whatever this dream is that you have, you're getting closer and closer to the point where there's some sort of milestone. So it could be you're launching something, it could be your first sale, it could be your first whatever. Okay, this is the first time we've hit this milestone. And there is a great celebration that's coming in from that. And also with this celebration, what that's going to bring you is a break from working so hard. So Spirit says, it's okay to take a break. You can put all this down for a minute. Like, I see that once you hit this point over here with the Three of Cups, you've kind of gotten past this Ten of Wands in this phase of your plan. So definitely take the time out to celebrate. And also know that you're moving into this new phase. And so you're going to have new challenges. However, this that you went through here, it's kind of like starting something is what I'm feeling here. And that's why it was so difficult, because there was trial and error. You had to fix certain things. You had to find the answers for other things. You had to, do all these things. And that was kind of painful at times, because I think sometimes you made a lot of progress in one day and then you had to just erase all that progress because you did something wrong, or it wasn't right, or you wanted to fix it, you wanted to make it better, whatever it was, right? And so you've learned those lessons. You don't have to do those things again. You already went through that, the process, and you'll zip through those things, but you'll still have some challenges here and there. But I think overall, things are getting easier for you, okay? And then we have the Six of Wands. Yeah, do you see this? The Three of Cups is a celebration. The Six of Wands is a celebration. And so there seems to be some kind of recognition happening here. It's either recognition or it's exceeding a goal. Like maybe this is just a wild example. Maybe you wanted to sell 100 units of something, but then you ended up selling 1,000 units of something, right? So it's like you're exceeding a goal, you're exceeding a timeline. And it could also be that you have this victory here, you have this celebration here, and then the next thing you know, you have another one. And then you're going to have another one and another one and another one. And it's just kind of compounding this success that's going to lead you to this golden palace over here. And then we have the King of Swords. Yeah, so like I said, you're still going to have some challenges. However, I feel like you are through the hardest part when you get to this point here. So where you are right now, I feel what you've been hoping for is getting closer to your ultimate goal. And I feel at this point, you're figuring things out. Things are starting to get a little bit easier for you. And I feel like you're making incremental movement up the ladder to get to this point here. Okay. And I feel also like you're in this new phase where you're like, okay, phase 1 is done. Now let's work on phase 2. That's what I'm feeling with this King of Swords card. So there could be more research and planning. However, it's so much easier than what it was in the beginning, because you kind of have a feel for things. You know what to expect with things. You know how to communicate with people, places, and things differently than you did in the very beginning. So things are starting to come together for you. You're transforming like your knowledge and your skill to the point where you're just getting better and better and better at things, and things are starting to move much quicker for you. So that chaos and that not knowing what's going to happen day to day, because you don't know how much progress you're going to make, you don't know what kind of roadblocks you're going to come upon, that is behind you. So it's this big sigh of relief that things are really shifting for you. And also, if you're in communication with other people, I feel that you're seeming more confident, you're seeming more in control of things. People are recognizing you for what you've done so far, and people are more receptive to you and your ideas and any communication that you may have with other people. And then we have the Judgment card. So that's really interesting that you have the Judgment card right below the Star card. So definitely there's a new chapter of your life that's starting. I think that what's happening here, things are becoming so much easier for you because you've been paying attention. You've been like, you haven't given up, even though you've wanted to on some days with the Ten of Wands. You're listening to your intuition, you're following your heart, and you're following your passion. And that's leading you into this new world of abundance, and you're building something that's going to last you a lifetime. It's kind of like you had a calling and you pursued it, and it's changing your entire life. It is truly about to transform your entire life. And I feel for some of you, loved ones, family, friends, coworkers may have said, "What are you doing? You're crazy. Like, why are you pursuing that? Like, what are you doing?" And you're like, "No, I got to do it. It's going to work. I have this great idea. I'm going to pursue it." And it was like something in your soul, something you felt in your bones, in your heart that you had to pursue. And by doing that, by listening to that, it is bringing you so many beautiful blessings. And then we have the Page of Cups. This is exactly what I was just saying. You're pursuing something in your heart. It's like you couldn't not pursue this. It was like, almost like something was like you were being magnetically drawn to something, to an idea. You had to pursue this particular idea. You had to make it happen. And you are making it happen. And again, with this Page of Cups, I think that it was a learning process. And I think that's why you have the Ten of Wands right below the Page of Cups, because you had an idea. You had to try one thing. And if that didn't work, you had to try something else. Some days, like you see this Page of Cups is painting something here. And I think some days you tried to do something and it just didn't work. So then you had to scrap the whole idea. And so I feel that you've been hoping for easier times. You've been hoping for easier progress. And that's exactly what you have here. Remember when I was talking about the King of Swords? You don't have to go through these initial phases again, even as you progress and move up and up and up and increase and pursue different levels of this idea that you have. You went through the initial part. It was very, very difficult. I feel like it was kind of something you had to do on your own. Like researching, trying one thing. If that doesn't work, trying something else. So kind of throwing ideas out there and seeing what sticks, seeing what works. And I feel like you may feel like you wasted a lot of time doing that, but it was a learning process. I don't feel like you really wasted any time. But you're moving into a much, much easier time period with whatever you have going on here. So we have the Moon card. Yeah, I feel like with this Moon card, this is also why it was so difficult for you, because you knew intuitively that you had to go in a certain direction and you knew that it was all going to work out. However, you didn't have all the details. So you kind of had to wing it some days and figure things out on your own. And it was kind of like, well, I hope this works out. And it is. It is working out. Your vision is working out. And I feel that it's going to be even bigger than what you initially hoped for and what you initially thought it was going to be. Let's see what your last card is. The Wheel of Fortune. Wow, what an amazing card to have for your last card. Okay, so this risk that you took is going to pay off. Okay, and it's going to happen fairly soon for you. Like I said, you're seeing progress, and I feel like there's one thing after another that happens that elevates you, that gets you closer and closer to your ultimate goal. And then you get to this point where, I don't know if I would necessarily call it a plateau, but you get to a certain point where it's like, okay, what's the next phase? You know, where do I go from here? And you just have the universe on your side. And there's something going on here. Here you have the Golden Palace, so you have this beautiful building here. And then here in your Wheel of Fortune card, the wheel has stopped on the house. So for some of you, this could be literally building a house. Maybe you've always had, you know, this vision of your dream home in your mind, and you're finally getting to a point with something here where you have enough finances to design your own home or to buy, you know, this beautiful home that you've always wanted to purchase. Something like that could be happening, or it could be more metaphorical where you've taken the right steps. Everything has fallen into line perfectly so that you're building something, you're doing things properly, you're not cutting any corners, and you're building something very, very strong, something that's going to last a very long time, and something that's going to bring you great abundance financially. So that is what I'm seeing here. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching.